happening. Yeah, I just want to address a couple things, you know. Really just chop it up. Just gonna really chop it up. I want to chop it up about a couple things, you know. What's going on? You know, I'm sitting there driving and I'm analyzing and thinking about what's gone wrong with the game, you know, and you get to thinking about situations, occurrences, behaviors, and characteristics of those who, you know, are part of the lifestyle, those who are participants, those who are true, and those who are just in it because they, you know, want money. You know, I noticed that a lot of people today, on both sides, they're choosing to be a part of the game because they want money. So what they're choosing is money. They're not choosing the game, they're just choosing money. And, you know, I've always said that money is just a motive, but not your purpose. So when your purpose is money, if your purpose is solely to just get money, then what do you do? Where do you go? What direction do you head in? Because you have no purpose. You're just using the lifestyle to maintain and get by, to buy yourself a couple things. And that's never been what the game was about. You know, I see females today choosing up with individuals, and I could only speak for myself, but any female that's ever been a part of my life, I've always had good intentions. I've always had strong intentions or right intentions on building a strong structure under them through my experiences and knowledge that I have, you know, of just life itself. But it seems like even today, females are also a part of those who believe that getting into the game is just strictly about money. They have no morals, they have no respect, they have no loyalty, they have no true dedication to being what they signed up to be, which is obviously being a hoe, being a prostitute. And when these individuals, these females, find themselves in situations where they're paying somebody who is, you know, trying to take care of their business, trying to handle them, trying to develop them, trying to get them to grow, trying to get them to, you know, do bigger and better things in life, sometimes that might be too much for these females. It might be too much for this younger generation and this foolish generation who are just involving themselves in the lifestyle because they want money. No real motive. You know what I mean? No real purpose other than money. And one thing that I've learned is that money don't give two fucks about you. Money don't care about you. Money can't talk to you. Money can't hug you. Money can't hold you. Money can't, you know, buy you time. Money can't heal you of all sicknesses. So, you know, at the end of the day, you should really value and appreciate the people in which you choose to be a part of their life, or they accept you. And there's a big lack of that going on today in the game. And in life itself, with this younger generation who was raised with no morale, no respect, no dignity, no integrity. They stand for nothing. You know what I mean? Everybody just wants to simply just get money. And you know, to me, the greatest thing that a person can have as a part of their character is loyalty. It's like the biggest thing that anybody can have is loyalty. And loyalty is not just I'm loyal to you, for the moment. When you decide to be loyal to somebody, it will show whether you're with them or not. It's going to show, because loyalty is something that, as you're with somebody and growing with somebody and you're a part of somebody's life, you sit at a dinner table, you eat with this person, you lay with this person, you sleep with this person. All these things are something that you got to value. And we don't just say, oh, we just did that for the moment and that's that. You understand? Loyalty is something that, yes, it's earned, but it's also given. So if somebody is a part of your life and has done well by you, done right by you, no matter what, at the end of the day, you should never forget the sacrifices and, most importantly, the time that person put into you, into giving you of their own. Therefore, loyalty should always be in play. You know what I mean? Unless the situation, ends bad, then you don't owe that person the loyalty no more, because obviously, them people did something that was dishonoring, was disrespectful, or, may have been disloyal to you. But I ain't never personally been the type to not, deal with people that were a part of my life at one time because of money or because they're no longer, contributing to me, contributing their time or whatever. I've never been the type of person to not do that. But, I come from obviously a different era and a different time where people actually stood for something. The game is missing that. The game itself is missing that. The game is missing love, genuine love, authentic love. And I'm not talking about being in love. I'm talking about just having that respect for one another, the respect for what we do, for how we do it. Love as human beings, especially when people have spent so much time with each other. The game is missing that. The game has an increase of females who just are not loyal individuals. No matter what you do for them, no matter how much good you do for them. It's a very emotional generation. This generation is very emotional. It's very weak. And it's just really not for individuals who want to participate in the lifestyle. Like, being weak, being emotional is not for people who want to be a part of the lifestyle. It's just not. A lack of understanding of position with an individual in which you chose to be with, lack of understanding of her place and her position in you, as well as the lack of knowledge that even these young dudes have, or these dudes in general who are a part of this lifestyle and just want to just take a female's money and that's that. There's a lack of understanding what this is. People think that this is just a come up. They think it's just a hustle. And that's not what the game is. It's not even cool to say, men are pimps and hoes are hoes and females are hoes. It's just not even cool to do that anymore. It's not even cool to say it anymore, because this generation has watered that down so bad and made it look so bad that it's not even cool to say that. You know what I mean? it's like whatever's in you is in you, but if you gotta put it on, you just ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And that also applies to females. It also applies to females who feel like, you know, I want to be a hoe, and they just want to pay an individual and hand you money, but they're handing you money and they have a motive. They have a motive other than the purpose that they should have. The purpose they should have in being with that man. You know, being the submissive female who wants to see that man's vision come to life and be a part of his vision. You know, females are so damn emotional that they make, you know, the stupidest emotional decisions, having everything going right for them. They make decisions based off of what they feel, you know, from the heart, as they say, or what they feel from their pussy. You know, there's hoes that feel like shit, I ain't getting no dick, so they ready to get on out of the situation. Mind you, they got everything going for them. You got females who might be getting too much dick and they want to get out of the situation because you ain't buying them enough shit. You know what I mean? It's just like the purposes are not understood. People don't have the understanding of the purposes when they do the things that they do in the game. And, you know, every man is going to be different. Every man plays the game how he wants to play the game, and every female will be who she needs to be, or she's trying to be who she needs to be to that man according to what she was taught, being taught, learning, or just going with what she feels. And one thing I'm going to tell you about lifestyle is the game is a cold game. It's cold. It ain't nothing to really say that, yeah, everything's fine and dandy, as much as, you know, some people know how to make it look great because they know how to put things together and they know how to make the lifestyle look great. But the reality is the game is cold. You know, we're dealing with individuals nowadays who, because they don't understand their purpose in the game, they don't understand their purpose in life, they don't understand their purpose as pimp, as hoe, as whatever you want to call yourselves. They don't understand their purpose. They don't understand their motive either, where they just think this is what it is. Yeah, bitch, you just go get some money, give it to me, and that's that. And the female feels like, yeah, I'm gonna go bust a couple of tricks, give them the money, and that's that. And that's far from it. That's far from what it's supposed to be like. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, the act of choosing up is exactly that. To choose up with an individual who's gonna uplift you. The act of accepting that female who's choosing up to be with you is a responsibility, an obligation that a man has to that female as well as she has to him. So when that female is accepted by the man that she chose to be with and go and handle his business and her affairs, they have to have that understanding. It's an act of a covenant between man and woman which chose to be a pimp or a hoe. It's a covenant, it's a bond. It's like a marriage, you know, where we will do what we got to do for each other. We uplift each other, we motivate each other. We, you know, follow the plan and stick to the plan, stick to the script, and do what it is that we have to do to help get ahead. It seems like a lot of times in a lot of situations in the game, people are choosing and accepting each other, but at the same time, it's almost like a hate for one another. People are looking to take advantage of the person that they chose and the person that they accepted, and they're taking advantage of each other. as opposed to taking advantage of what you do to get ahead. Like, it's like sleeping with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you sleep with the enemy? You know what I mean? Where you always have to watch your back and see what, you know, a person's doing or what they're saying or what's the next move. Like, you got to be strategic and on the defense as opposed to being on the offense together, you know, as allies, you know, as a unit. You know what I mean? It's like, let me see what I can get from you, and that's that. It's not, let me see what you're willing to give me, and let's put something together, you know what I mean, for one another, to help build each other, to help each other grow. Everybody's trying to take advantage of one another. And it's an unfortunate situation because that's not what I know the game to be. That's not what I know the game to be. That's not what, you know, the game, the lifestyle that I done chose many, many years ago. And that's not what it was. You know, and it's unfortunate that this is what it's become. This is the direction in which it has led us to go. You know, the internet plays a major role in fuckery and nonsense. And what was a secret society is no longer a secret. And when I say a secret society, it's not that it wasn't known or spoken about. It's just that people that didn't belong inside of it weren't in it. You know, sometimes some people might have, you know, found their way through the cracks or whatever the case is. But the way it is now is like, you got people trying to be a part of this thing because they think this is a trend. They think the lifestyle's a trend. They think that, you know, pimping and hoeing is a trend. They think it's okay. You got females who are, you know, prostituting and trying to have boyfriends, and we know that we know that those two things don't mix. You can't be a square and be, you know, a prostitute at the same time. You know, it's taken away from the uniqueness and love of the game. You know what I'm saying? All that nonsense has taken away from the actual love of the game, the respect and what it stood for, and how you lived it, and how, you know, you were actually able to truly build with people. You were able to have people in your life for years and years and years, you know, where now it's like, it ain't like that, because the mind of the male who doesn't have the understanding of what it is to be a man, first of all, cannot teach that female how to become the best she can become to him, and the role that she needs to play to him, and making that young female become a better woman. You know, and you know, the female at the end of the day has chosen, as much as the system wants to victimize these females, and some of them may be a victim to some individuals in which they're dealing with. You know, what the lifestyle is and what they chose to be a part of. You know, everybody has their wants and their desires, and some people will give up and lose their loyalty. They'll lose their respect. You know, they won't care about their manhood. The female won't care about, you know, who she looks like or what she looks like, or what she looks like in front of anybody. They don't care. You know what I mean? Because they don't have that self-respect. They don't stand for, you know, integrity and respect and loyalty. They don't stand for these things, so they don't care about them. They don't care to look like you know, a dirtbag, or, you know, a female who doesn't have a respect at all for herself. You know what I mean? And yet alone have any respect for the game. And the same thing with, males who are finding themselves be a part of this lifestyle and choosing to be a part of this lifestyle and doing everything wrong. You know what I mean? They're not taking care of the females that come into their life. They don't care. All they want to do is get money, because they have a narrative that was painted to them on social media by individuals who really are not about this shit. To, just break on the bitch and get the money from the bitch and take the bitch for everything she's got, and that's that. And call it pimping. You know what I'm saying? So, the game is just really, really tainted. It's really tainted. It's unfortunate that people don't understand the importance of loyalty and dedication and just having that self respect, for themselves, and for that word, that loyalty, that will take you so far. They say the rewards of loyalty are royalties, right? So, anybody can buy themselves anything. Anybody can buy themselves anything. Anybody can treat themselves to whatever they want if they got the money to do so. But it's always hard to find somebody who is going to be there for you in a time of need. You know what I mean? It's always going to be hard to find somebody who is going to motivate you, who is going to inspire you to be better as a person. Somebody who's going to dedicate their time to giving it to you, to make you better. You know what I mean? If we're going to go through trial and error, let's go through it together. We learn from it. We grow from it. We make something happen. That's the objective. And that's the objective even as a square. You know what I mean? When you decide to be in any type of relationship you decide to be in, all you want to do is try to better yourself for a better tomorrow. You live for today. Don't hold on to the past, and prepare yourself for a better tomorrow. That's all you can do. But when all you know how to do is attack the person that you're with, or the people that you're with, and the people that you're with are not dedicated to you, it's like, what's the point? What's the point? Just to get a couple dollars from each other? Just to get a couple gifts? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. If a female cannot give you her loyalty, and yet she pays you, then it defeats the purpose of paying you. Altogether, it defeats the purpose of paying you. If this female does not understand what loyalty is, it solely defeats the purpose of her paying you. She's flushing her money down the toilet. She's flushing her money down the toilet. And some people might say, yeah, but fuck that. Yeah, just get the money out of the bitch. I tell you what. It doesn't matter how much money you got from her. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It's the time that you cannot replace. The time you put into this individual that you cannot replace. Nobody can pay you for your time. Nobody can pay you for your time, because you can't get time back. Anybody who says that time is money, they're lying. They don't understand that, because time is not money. Time is priceless. You can't buy it. There's nowhere to get it. There's nowhere to get that time. You can't go buy it nowhere. So time is not money. Anybody who says time is money, that's a lie. Time is priceless. You cannot get it back. So therefore, you're not paying me for my time. I'm not paying somebody for their time, because I can't buy it back. But that appreciation of giving you my time, that appreciation of being with each other, amongst, the people that you're with, that appreciation, that gratitude, and that loyalty is also priceless. You know what I mean? Because you can do so much with individuals who are giving you that. For as long as there's not a situation to where we're just looking to take advantage of the other person and the other person trying to take advantage of you, there's no stopping where we can go, how far we can go in life. There's no stopping that. Because of the dedication, the covenant between man and woman, pimp and hoe, or whatever you want to call yourselves. That bond. So, you know, when you got somebody and they got you, shit, I'm not your enemy. You're not my enemy. What are we doing? You know, we're playing the opposite sides. I thought we were supposed to be a part of the same team. I thought we were trying to make things happen together. I thought that's what the purpose was. I thought that was the purpose of man and woman, pimp and hoe. I thought the purpose was that, so that we can do something together. When God gave man woman, he gave woman to the man so that she can be his help. So that he can, so to take the load off of that man. And in return, that man also did what he had to do, which was provide for that woman. To give her what she needed to make those things happen. But there's too much love for money. There's too much love for the money. Love don't love, the money just ain't gonna love you back. You know, when a man gave a woman, when a man went and he did groceries, and he gave the woman the groceries, or he farmed them, or whatever it was, however he got it, that woman took those groceries and created a big feast, a meal. When he gave that female a house, she made that house into a home. She made it a sanctuary. She created that. You know, females today don't understand that. You know, they're so lost within themselves in their position that they think that being that makes you lame, or being that ain't what it is. I just want to give you some money. What about all the sacrifices you done made? What about all the sacrifices you done made with all those men that you done laid with, or you broke on, and you got money with, and then you turn around and you just hand somebody some money? You turn around and you hand an individual that you chose to be with just some money. Okay, that's fine. But what about the submissiveness? What about you being submissive behind that? What about you being loyal behind that? Because that man, yeah, he's going to take your money, but I can't speak for everybody, but it don't matter to me how much money a female gets, whether they get a lot, whether they get a little bit. It don't matter if she chooses me, she chooses to be a part of my life. That's fine. That's her choice. She's choosing to do these things. But I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the dedication as a female, as a woman. What you do, how you submit, how you treat your man. Are you a participant in trying to make his vision come to life? Or are you just there for your own benefit? Because you think, oh, if I give somebody some money that they're going to do this for me and they're going to do that for me. They're going to buy me this, they're going to buy me that. Those are things that females can do for themselves. Half the shit that these bitches want and these females want is shit that they can do for themselves. You don't need to pay somebody to do that. Do that shit for your goddamn self. If you can't give the loyalty, the dedication, the submissiveness, if you can't be that type of female, then there's no point in just handing over money. There's a saying, you got to follow your money. So when you the act of handing over the money to somebody, you follow that. Because that's somebody. So therefore you follow him and his plans and his vision and what he's trying to do. Be a part of that. Because the reality is that most females of the game and females who chose to be a part of this lifestyle don't have one. They have no plan. They have no solid plan. A lot of these females don't even have substance. They don't even have substance. They're a great looking cake on the outside. They got the nice cream filling on the outside. But the minute that you try to stick a fork in it, there's nothing. It just looks good on the outside. So you can't just worry about what you got on the outside and how you look on the outside and what you present yourself to be like on the outside. What about you as a person on the inside? What value do you really have? What real value do you really come with? Those who think that money is everything, oh, but I paid him. Yeah, that sounds cool, but you also did a lot of disloyal, disrespectful, dishonorable shit. You did a lot of that. So, what does the money do? In all reality, the money that you paid went to nothing because you made the money nothing. You made that money look like nothing. You made that money look like shit. It looks like you took a shit on the money and handed it over. That's what that money looked like. Because it don't look like you went to go get that money, really trying to go get that money because you believe in your home. You know what I'm saying? You don't look like the female who actually said to herself, man, I'm doing this shit because of him. I'm doing this because I believe in him. I believe in what he has going on, what he wants to do, how he wants to do it. I believe in that. So I want to be a part of that. That's the purpose. Money is just motive. But a female in the game, her purpose should be him. But now we're not going to leave out the fact that there's a lot of individual males out there that don't have shit going on. There's a lot of individual males who don't even have a vision or a plan, and all they want to do is break on the bitch. That's their plan. Just break on the bitch. Buy some shoes and a little bit of clothes, and that's it. They don't really have a plan to where a female could say, yeah, man, I'm choosing up with him because he has this and this going on. You understand? I want to be a part of that because I want to help him make this shit come to life. Yeah, all they want to do is take. People want to take, but don't want to give. And then the females who are giving money don't want to give themselves fully. Like, it's not just give money. It's not just hand over a trap. Listen, a lot of females don't understand this, but a man of the lifestyle is going through a lot of shit. He's going through a lot of things mentally. He's going through a lot of things in life. He's constantly thinking of his next play, his next plan, or how to make something happen. You can't be that man's problem. Because the man is coming to you and accepting you to be a part of his solution. A man wants you to be a part of his solution just like you want him to be the solution for you. But the problem with a lot of females today is that because they are so emotionally driven, today they want one thing, tomorrow they want another. You give them the first thing that they wanted, now they want something else. This is why you have to be careful with who you accept in your life. Who you accept to pay you and be with you, because you got to understand her motive for even being with you, for choosing you. You might think, oh yeah, she just came, she chose with me. Yeah, the bitch came with the right fee and this, that, and the other. Yeah, but she came with the right fee with a motive or with her own purpose that may have not been you. It may not be the vision you have. She might be choosing you just because, oh shit, you look like you got your shit together, and it looks like, yeah, I might get a lot of shit over there. He's going to be the one to take me shopping. Next thing you know, you might be a dude that, takes a broad shopping. You might take that broad shopping because that's just who you are. You like to, make a broad feel good about herself. But her purpose was never you. Her purpose was never you. Her purpose was exactly that you would take her shopping. She wouldn't in return say, whatever you need, I need to make it happen with you. I'm going to make it happen for you. Don't worry, I got this. She wouldn't do that. Because you're giving her everything she wanted. Her purpose. Because her purpose was never you. Her purpose was never your vision. This is why you don't cut deals. This is why when you are interviewing a female who wants to be with you, you don't start talking about what you're going to do for her. Because you as a man know, if you're a man, you already know I'm going to take care of what's mine. So it doesn't have to be explained. But what are you coming to do for me? What do you really have to offer me other than just money? Because a real man's going to get his money however he's going to get it. Wherever he's going to get it. However, it don't matter. See, I'm not going to solely be AOB. I'm not going to be that. I'm not. Because in this era, AOB is very rare. It's very rare. These broads are trying to be AOP. All out the pimp. Back in the day, the broad took pride in being that bitch that put him in position. They took pride in that. Them 80s babies, them 70s babies, they took pride in that. These 2000 babies, these generational Z's, no good. No good. You understand? They coming in trying to see what you're going to do for them. Not realizing that at the end of the day, bitch, you want to go shopping? Do it yourself. What you need me for? What you need me for? To make you feel good because I bought you something? What good is that? That don't make no sense. I bought you something, but you couldn't be submissive. You couldn't be loyal. You couldn't be dedicated. I got you right. I put you in nice cars, nice homes. Got you get you done up. Not you're looking good on the outside. I made you look good on the outside, but you didn't want to gravitate to what you should have been on the inside. You don't want to embrace what you should have became. You just want to look good on the outside. So it's just a nice looking cake with nice looking filling on the outside. But the inside ain't nothing. No substance. Nice ingredients on the outside. Nice cherry on top. Whipped cream. Looking good. Looking sweet as a motherfucker on the outside. But on the inside, no substance. How much sweetness can you possibly eat before you get sick? You got a stomach ache. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, everything that I might have been attracted to on the outside of you now makes me sick, because it was too much of it. Too much of you being good on the outside, looking good on the outside, but on the inside you had no substance. Nothing. Now I'm sick. And then they go from situation to situation, man to man, doing the same thing over and over and over again. This is why the choosy Susie is so big right now. Back in the day, you tell a bitch, you a choosy Susie because she had 2 pimps. Forget about it. Forget about it. They go crazy. Now a bitch is choosing up every other month. These hoes are choosing up every other month because, ooh, I didn't get what I wanted, because she had a purpose. She didn't choose because she wanted to be a hoe. She chose because she thought that if she said that, she would get what she wanted. She thought that that's what I'm supposed to say I'm going to be. Being a hoe is not something you could say. You can't claim hoeing just like a man can't claim pimping. You have to become that. The only way for a female to actually become a hoe is because she's created by that man. A pimp can create a hoe. Hoes are not born. Hoes are created. But if a female does not allow for herself to be created into a hoe, she's just a prostitute. That's it. You're not serving nobody. You're not building with nobody. Ain't nobody get rich off you. There's no AOB off you. A man can't claim to say he got this and he got that off you. Off your hoeing, off your dedication, off your loyalty, off your submissiveness. He can't say that. Even if you gave him all the money to do it. He can't say that. Yeah, the bitch just gave me the money. Yep. Oh yeah, but that hoe was disloyal as fuck. That hoe was dishonorable. That hoe, yeah, I had to get rid of that hoe. She got dishonorable discharge. Gone. Dishonorable. The hoe couldn't even get out the situation with honor. She wasn't an honor roll hoe. She was disloyal the whole time. Unappreciative the whole time, because she had her own purpose. Her purpose was never you. Her purpose was never you. Her purpose was never paying Pimpin as a hoe. No, her purpose was, I'm going to pay this guy so he can, take me to shop and make me look right. And because, he's some Pimpin, I'm going to be a hoe. No, you're not. Anything can steer you away from that man. If anything can easily steer you away from that man that is good to you, you were never a hoe, because you were never loyal. You had a purpose. That's it. You had a purpose and you were willing to pay for that purpose that you have. And he was never it. And there's a flip side to that. There's a downside to that, to be honest. Because a loyal hoe, a dedicated hoe, a submissive hoe is going to always win. Because shit don't just stop with the first car, the tits, the ass, the this, the making you look good on the outside, dressing you up. No, it's the long term. It's the long term. This shit ain't no short term. This ain't a short deal. The game is not a get rich quick scheme. This shit's not a scam. That's not what the game is. The game's not a hustle. That's not what the game is. This shit's a lifestyle. Therefore, we create this lifestyle now, and we want to have this shit 20, 30 years from now. We want to be able to maintain the lifestyle in which we created within it, and be able to first you rent it and then you buy it. That's what you do. For those who choose to be a part of this life, who really choose to be a part of this life, and for the man who accepts those who choose. You know, the system wants to make it seem like human trafficking. Ain't trafficking a goddamn thing. To be honest, the pimp ain't trafficking a motherfucking thing. Dumb hoes chose to be what they chose to be. Those females chose to be what they chose to be. Nobody forced them to be nothing. There's nobody sitting around here, not no real pimp. A real pimp is not forcing a female to do nothing. She's doing it by choice. All he did was give instruction, and she did it. That's it, by choice. She's never held against her will. She's never forced to do nothing. She's not intimidated. Because a man doesn't have to do that to a female who's accepting to be who she is. But the system has made I don't remember ever forcing anybody to do something that they didn't want to do. I don't even remember coercing them to be anything that they wanted to be. It's a choice, free will. Do what you want. You know, the square working girl can have a man at home, and she go to work every day and hands him her paycheck every Friday. That's not human trafficking, though. Why? Because they have love. They're in love, and she's just maintaining him. So that's okay. It's nonsense. It's bias. It's terms that are being used today that just don't fall in with the game. But at the end of the day, I blame a lot of the real non-affiliates of the lifestyle, those who are pretenders of the lifestyle, who don't really understand this shit, who are forcing females to do shit, who are forcing younger females to be a part of the lifestyle and intimidating them and coercing them to do things that they really don't want to do, it that they don't even fit in. So you got to understand something. When you accept a female to hand you money, when you accept a female to hand you money, you better have really evaluated that person. You know, and sometimes, hey, man, we all make the mistake of thinking or giving the person the benefit of the doubt and thinking, man, this is some real shit. And they really weren't, because they had their own purpose. And it wasn't you, it wasn't your vision, it wasn't your plans, it wasn't about getting you in position, it wasn't about getting them in position. It wasn't about none of that. It was some dumb shit. It was seeking for somebody to accept them. See, because there goes that word accept again. Somebody who was willing to accept them being prostitutes, and they wanted love from that person. They wanted to be held by that person. They wanted to be fucked on by that person. They wanted to feel like I am somebody to you. Not realizing that just by choosing to be with a man who's about shit, making shit happen, he's getting you right, he's handling your business, you handling his business, you are a part of something. You are a unit at that point. There's no love playing. There's no emotional, let me play with your emotions. Let me lie to you just for the money. Let me fuck on you so you can feel good for the money. Like, those are things that are not a part of the lifestyle. They're not a part of two people. And if you don't, even if you don't want to call it pimping and hoeing, even if you don't even call it that, at the end of the day, this is not this is not trickery. This is not a scam. This is not, con. This is not none of that. It's not none of that. Two people should be deciding to be a part of this lifestyle and have decided to be a part of this lifestyle because they want to get ahead with this lifestyle. Women always want a man to really submit to. They want to submit to a man. Females want to submit to a man. A real woman wants to submit to a man. Any female who has feminist type traits, who believes that she can, be stronger than a man and be better than a man and this, that, and the other, that type of female is not the type of female for a man of this lifestyle. A female who believes that she's alpha is not the type of female that you need, that you want. That female is always going to be trying to go toe-to-toe with you. You understand what I'm saying? You might have all the ingredients. You might have all the ingredients laid out. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to make something great happen. But you just can't have the ingredients. See, the females have ingredient, right? They get money. They understand, I get money. Therefore, that's the ingredient to make shit happen, right? We understand that. But bitch, do you have the recipe? Do you have the recipe? Yeah, you got ingredients. But do you have the recipe? You understand? But females think because they got the ingredients, they get the money, that means they're going to make shit happen. Oh, you ain't got my ingredients, you can't make nothing happen. No, there's plenty of females who got ingredients. There's plenty of females, and I know how to make a female really get some real good motherfucking ingredients. Get the best of the best ingredients, if that's how you want to look at it. But do you have the recipe? And this is why these females are choosing to begin with, because they don't have the recipe. They don't have the blueprint. They don't have the plan. They don't have the vision. They don't know how to do it. It was never God's plan to give that to the woman. That was not his plan. She was there to help. That's it. There's nothing wrong with being that man's help. There's an understanding that a man, regardless, and you know, a lot of dudes get too big on their ego, you know, even with the game. At the end of the day, a pimp with no hoe is nothing. You can't do nothing. A man with no woman could only do but so much. He could only do but so much. So at the end of the day, if I'm the head and the female's the neck, you know what I mean? My head is placed on top of that neck. She's my support. Then that's what she needs to be. I can't turn my head without her. You understand? They don't understand that they play an important role because they want to be the head. They don't understand that being the neck to the head is such an important part of being a man and woman. Being who you need to be to him. I can't make moves without you. But you can't make moves without me. You understand? It's still a great position to be in. You don't have to lead. It's not your place to lead. That's not a female's place. Why try to lead if that's not what you know how to do? But females of today and the females of the game feel like I make the money. I get the money. Okay, bitch. Go get yourself $1 million. Let me see you blow it. Because that's what you're going to do with it, because you don't know what to do with it. Or chances are you're going to call a male. You're going to call some man to tell you what to do with it. You'll try to get free game. That's what they do. Unfortunately, that is what they do. And this is why the game is so fucked up today, and why you don't see so many individuals really getting it and having their way and making it happen, because females don't know how to stay down. They don't know how to stay down. They just don't know how to stay down. They don't know how to defeat their emotions. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. They react with their emotions instead of reacting logically, because anybody with common sense would understand what I just said. Anybody with common sense is going to agree with what I just said. Any female is going to understand that. Every male is going to understand that shit. I can't make a move without a bitch, but a bitch can't make a move without me either. Therefore, there's no need for us to go toe-to-toe with each other. You need to be my left leg and I could be the right leg. Let's walk. Let's get to going. Let's move forward. Be the neck. Let me do all the turning and looking up and down and side to side and heading in that direction I'm trying to get us. It's not really hard. It's not hard. It's really easy to understand. This social media nonsense, I'll tell you what. If you ain't making money on social media, you shouldn't even have it. To be entertained with social media is foolishness. Because if you have your life together and you have the lifestyle in which you've always wanted to have and you got your shit together, there's no need to be on this social media shit, because the reality is that so many motherfuckers on here are so goddamn fake. And then you have the hate. You have the haters. You have the non-believers. You know, then you got the people that are part of the lifestyle that they see you winning and they can't stand it. They don't know how. How are you making it? They want to say, you got PPP money. PPP was 2 years ago. You still talking about PPP. I don't talk down on no perspective. I speak to Shove every day on the phone, off the internet. Me and Shove have a relationship off the internet. So, skedaddle with that nonsense. But anyway, like I said, that's the problem. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of males acting like a bunch of women. So that's the saddest part. To see what's supposed to be a person who's supposed to be a man act like a fucking woman. That's just pathetic. Going from these pages, going to these broads pages, gossiping, talking, this, that. Those are female traits. There's too many individuals out here that have a lot of female traits. You got a penis and some balls, but you really should have a pussy. Because you got female traits, female tendencies. You can tell that you wasn't raised by no man. You can tell you didn't have a dad. Because they act like a bunch of broads. All emotional, just love talking to these broads about other men. Like, come on. It's disgusting. Men uplift men. Men don't down